Moaning. My bad.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Idle Screen Podcast. I am Legend of Anakin, and I am here. I'm so excited because I am here with one of my best friends who I've known for a very long time, super famous pro gamer, amazing streamer, pastor at Tegridy Farms, JustRelaxKid.
I like how you do that in there, though. Pastor at Tegridy Farms? What?
Do you know
Hey,
I
people
was
really
waiting?
gonna start researching too. Like, what?
I was sitting on saying that for like 3 days. I was like, this is gonna be his intro. It's gonna be good.
I am proud. I am a proud individual.
JRK does. I mean, you're technically considered like a variety streamer, but if you're like introducing somebody to your stream, it's safe to say like fighters.
Yeah.
You do mostly fighters, but you do like Dead by Daylight and other stuff like that. You do other games.
Yeah.
Have you gotten Guilty Gear? Have you played it?
I've gotten
Love it.
uninstalled the game.
Okay.
I uninstalled the shit out of it. I couldn't do it. Nope.
Why?
Cause it was that game's sleep, man. You only got like 10 characters in the game, so it's like you're playing a demo.
And it's like a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the full price of a game. I paid $100 for that. $90 for it, but I'm still stupid, and it's okay. I gotta hold that. So I'm just waiting for more characters to drop. But right now, after you hit VIP rank, there's nothing to do in that game ever, like nothing. So like imagine.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't buy it now.
Imagine like 2 to 3 days you've hit the top rank that you can hit, like VIP rank on the 10th floor. That's it. There's nothing else to do.
Yeah. So I was talking about. Because, okay, so for people who don't know, JustRelaxKid, even though, like, you've probably heard me mention him in my stream or, like, something at least one time, usually people know who he is. If you know me, you know who he is, rather. Other people know him outside of that. But if you're listening, you probably have heard of him. So I met Relax, like almost 5 years ago on Overwatch. But it was definitely, because I've lived in New York for 5 years, and we met the first year that I was here before, like a month or two before my anniversary of being here.
Yeah,
so it's close
just
to
about
5 years.
5 years, just around 5 years, because
we met on, Wholesome Game 101 Overwatch.
Yeah, one of the was I playing with like Taylor or and Jay at the time?
You were playing with Taylor and Jay, yeah.
Playing with Taylor and Jay, yeah. You got on our team, and you were like, damn, that sniper is amazing, bro. You are the best Widow I've ever played.
That's exactly what I said.
Honored to be in your presence.
I was like, oh my God, please carry me.
And I was like, yeah. So I was like, hey, no problem, fam. I got you. And that's how it happened, you know.
And then we did matching icons like an hour after that, and they just couldn't fuck with us. We were untouchable. Yeah. That was before Moira even came out. Isn't that crazy?
Damn, that was.
It was before Moira came out. Yeah.
Now you'd be ready to slit someone's throat if they pick Moira before you. Like, damn.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody in another episode, and I said, well, I have like 700 hours in Overwatch, because obviously you're not allowed to talk about Overwatch right now because it's canceled. I don't know if that's going to date this episode, and like by the time this comes out, people are going to forget. I don't think
you should say you have 700 hours. You got way over 700 hours on Overwatch.
No,
because I have 600 hours on Widowmaker alone.
All right, let me check. I'll check right now.
In comp, I have 600 hours with Widow alone.
I'm gonna check right this second.
Yes.
See, now there's BattleNet, so I can actually look at how many hours I have.
Yeah, because if you're right, then I could be wrong. Then and that could be 300.
Actually,
hours.
I don't even know how BattleNet works. You know what? I picked this up real confidently, and I don't know how to look up just my account because I never use it. So for those who don't know, like if you somehow live under a rock and you don't play Overwatch or anything, Overwatch was obviously it wasn't cross-platform. And when they made it cross-platform, they set it up like you have to use Blizzard's like basic, like their what would it be, like their
BattleNet ID?
Yeah, BattleNet is like their like account service. It's kind of like all of your information for any Blizzard games you play will go there.
Yeah, like the website to see all your Yeah,
and so if you want to look up somebody, you can see all of their stats. And for a while, you
Mhm.
couldn't do that at all because, like, just they made it private so people couldn't look at what people were doing, blah, blah, blah. Wow, my SR this season is so low. All right. Guess what? Speaking of
What?
which, can't see it because I have it set to private because I
Oh,
forgot
you
to do it.
weenie, you
Yeah, so I'll have to
weenie.
I'll,
We
I'll
no,
in
bro.
the in
We
the
shit on
information
people
for
that
the
put their stuff on
podcast.
private.
Yeah,
If
we
you
do.
put your stuff on private, shame.
No, no, to be fair, I just never made it public because it starts off private.
Oh, so you were just sitting in the background like, haha, lame ass on private. You never
Yep.
say-
Yep.
All right, I'll let
I
it live.
probably have close to 800 hours on Overwatch then because if you have 600 on Just Widow, I know for a fact my Moira hours beat out Lucio a couple of months ago. And for those who don't know, Moira came out like a good 3 or 4 years after the game was already out, maybe like 3 years.
Yeah, I gotta search this.
Lucio was a character that came out at launch.
What was the website you use?
I just looked up BattleNet search player and then I looked up my name.
Oh, so BattleNet search battle.net.
Yeah, well, I looked up BattleNet because if you look up battle.net, it takes you to the website and it'll be like URL not found.
Oh, okay. I don't know. You're just saying that, so I'm just gonna do a BattleNet player search in Google and see what happens.
That's what I did.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's where you were at. I thought it was what? What is all this? See, look, I don't even know what this is. This is battlemetrics.com. But I don't you got it. You got it. Touche.
Yeah,
Touche.
so point is we play a lot of Overwatch, or we played a lot of Overwatch, and then I don't know what happened. I feel like the first of all, our group kind of collectively, like one by one, we just kept losing people in the group, right? And then me and Relax
Yeah.
tried to like stay on, but now everybody's schedule, it's so sad because like everybody just kind of doesn't ever line up. And so we
Ever.
just like it's like you guys went on a 12-game win streak without me, and I'm still kind of upset about it little bit, but it is what it is.
Hey, I was just streaming and then I was like, I feel like shooting somebody in the head. I haven't sniped somebody in a long time. And then somebody was like, "Oh, you play Overwatch?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm on the PS4." It's like, "I've been looking for people to play with." I was like, "Okay," and he was one of my subs. And then Jay pulled up. Let me go ahead and jump in that. And Jay hopped on, and then Taylor pulled up and was like, "I'm still not gonna play, but I'll root you
Oh,
guys."
I was like, you didn't play with fucking Taylor.
Nah,
Taylor was like the first. No, technically the first one to leave us was Vicious, but
yeah,
Vicious is out here living her best life.
bro, she really is though. Like, I ain't heard from Vicious in a lifetime. I don't know what's going on.
I
with
see her
her.
post. I like root for her. Me and Jay are always like the first two people to like her posts on like Facebook and shit.
Damn.
I love her. But yeah, so we met on Overwatch. And then I played Dead by Daylight finally, actually.
I'm proud of you. Yeah, Jay
Maybe
told me. Jay
by
was
the time this episode comes out, maybe I'll be like better at it, but I'm like not bad as a survivor. Haven't played as killer yet.
I need to play with you. But
Yeah, we have to play. It's literally just because streaming, when I stream it, we can't talk on Discord because then I can't.
No.
So it's the only thing that's annoying, but I think we can do game chat. So we can figure it out because I'm pretty sure we can do game chat. If we can do game chat,
there's no game chat in Dead by Daylight.
There's not.
No.
No, you can't talk to like the other survivors. You have to be in a party.
Yeah, you have to either be in a party or something like that when you talk to
Lame. All right, so guess we'll never play. Now we'll play off stream. We'll play off stream.
Say like off stream or
I'll play on your stream.
Yeah.
Because this semester, and nobody cares about this on the podcast, but this semester I only have 3 classes. So basically half of why I couldn't play with Relax for so long was because my school schedule was a full schedule for a full-time student is 7 classes. I had 7 classes, but 9 blocks because I had 2 seminars. So basically, and I was working at the time that was my schedule, pre-COVID. Then COVID came, I took summer classes, then I took another 7 schedule or 7 class schedule. Then I took a winter class, then I took a 6 class schedule. And it all paid off because now I only have a 3-class schedule, 5 blocks,
Show
but
off
3 classes.
then.
Yeah.
Show off then. I
So
see you.
finally, I have some fucking time to do things
Man,
again.
I'm struggling right now just hearing you talk about all them classes. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Oh my God, it was a lot, but I'm excited it's
Yeah, you was
almost done.
talking about it, and my brain is overloaded. Like, damn.
Yeah, I'm glad it's almost done. I'm finally devoting time back into anime. So you'll be proud of that.
No, I'm not proud because I'm still a little jealous. Don't worry, all them snaps you've been sending me of that food. I'm just like, I'm
Oh
looking at them.
yeah.
I'm glad
I
you
can
not.
I'm
Yeah.
converting relax into the church of the air fryers.
Oh, I
You
got an air
know?
fryer. You know what I'm saying?
I
Okay,
know.
okay.
But I gotta put you on to like the hacks, you know? You didn't see, so
Yeah,
the
I
other day
gotta
I
see the
made like a
hack.
little pizza thing. I sent it to you. It was like a little pizza cup. Like I
Yeah, I
took
saw
pizza
that, and
dough.
I was like, "Yo, what the
Yeah,
man? You
I took
be making
pizza
some
dough.
gourmet stuff."
I put it into, it was like a little, I felt like a little Pinterest mom. So I like took the pizza dough because I have like a meal kit and they sent me pizza dough. I do Dinnerly, not sponsored. But like maybe hopefully by this episode, maybe I will have like a little hookup code. So I'll
Hey,
put it in
real
the
talk.
details
You need
and
to
then
start putting
everybody
those.
can,
You need to start posting those on Twitter
yeah,
and
yeah.
IG.
So
Like seriously, like actually post those. You could just call
oh
it
yeah,
like
Relax is like a
hashtag it
professional.
Anakin's food
He's a
or something.
professional Twitter person. He bullied me the other day. Again, super aging this episode because this tweet is going to be like long gone by the time people see it. But he bullied me on Twitter.
Oh,
He bullied me on Twitter. First of all, and the fucked up part is whenever my friends post something, I'll like share it and retweet it. And I'm like, look at my best friend doing the thing. Or I'll share Relax and I'll be like, yeah, he's really doing something. I'll share his YouTube videos. Nothing but positivity and wholesomeness coming from me. He sends
Mhm.
me a confusing ass series of text messages that were worded. I was like, is he high? Like, I'm not understanding what's going on.
I believe I used proper English in
And
every
then
text.
has the nerve, the audacity, the gall to screenshot it and be like, man, they just don't listen. And that tweet, here's what gets me mad. I wasn't even mad that you did that. I was mad that that tweet has more likes than any of my individual tweets ever. Like, I really felt attacked. It was just not okay.
But you're still new to Twitter, though. It's not like you've been on it. If this was Facebook,
I'm
you would
not
have been
gonna lie.
fine.
There are
Okay.
some people who are on Twitter and like I have more followers than them, and I'm like, damn, I'm kind of coming up. I'm climbing a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
Autumn Ivy talks to me. Did you see?
Autumn Ivy. Who is Autumn Ivy?
Autumn
Sounds like a.
Ivy, the you know the muscly tattooed woman with
Oh,
the
I'm
short
thinking of
hair.
Autumn Falls.
No, you know
Oh, my
Autumn
bad.
Ivy.
Yeah.
Autumn Ivy is the muscle waifu. You know her. You've seen Autumn Ivy. Now, for those who aren't watching the podcast and didn't see, oh wait, you're looking her up. The people who didn't see the look that he just gave me when he sees her, anybody listening to me knows who Autumn Ivy is. Autumn Ivy is like my icon. I stand so much. But I have like Forrest Whitaker eye going on. I'm gonna cut that out. But like I do have Forrest Whitaker eye right now. You're saying that you can't see it, but I can see it. I can
No, that's
tell.
Autumn Ivy.
Do I look like Forrest Whitaker today? Give me 1 second. Give me 5 seconds.
Did you say, do you look like Forrest Whitaker?
Yeah, because my
Really?
one eye is squinty. Give me a second. I'm putting eye drops in this eye.
All right.
Just a second. It bother me.
You said Forrest Whitaker. Hmm. Oh, they've taken that. You know, this would have been a lot faster if I just went to. I'm stupid.
I have like one really long eyelash and it like folds into my eye, and that's what's happening. So that's why it's like, and I'm looking at myself and I can see that this eye is like squinty and not looking how I want it to look.
You can just
Give
throw an
me,
eye patch on and be badass
I
today.
could.
See?
Give me a moment. I'm sorry. But it was like killing me because I could see it. Like I couldn't feel that I was doing that, but I could
Look,
see that I was doing that.
my eyes are so sensitive. Seeing you fuck with your eyes is fucking with my eyes right
All
now.
right, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Uh-huh.
But you have stoner eyes, so it's a little different.
What do you mean? I look high right now?
Okay. Definitely still there, but I put more eyeliner on, so like you can't tell as much.
Damn,
I
I was
definitely was.
an eye patch.
I was rocking Forrest Whitaker eyes.
You do
for
not
sure.
have the Whitaker. Leave my boy Forrest out there. Hey, I actually met Forrest Whitaker before. I was like 14.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Yeah. I love him. I love him so much.
He was at Universal Studios. He was with him and both his daughters going to see Wally.
And you harassed him. That's crazy.
Hell no. I said, "What up, player?" No, I'm playing. My auntie was like, "Oh my god, it's Forrest Whitaker," and then she was like,
"You were like, who the hell is that?"
Hell no. I was like, "Oh shit, the nigga with the bad eye. What's good? I know that movie that he's in."
Yeah. What was I saying? What was I saying before that? Oh yeah, Autumn Ivy. Now you know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen her. She answers me on Twitter, so basically I've made it.
Okay, okay. I'm proud of you.
She said that she's rooting for me and she'll support me.
That is even better. That is even better.
Yeah. So basically, I want to get her on the show, and that's what we're petitioning for this season. So let's see if it happens by season 2.
That should definitely be your season finale right there.
No, if I could get her on the show, she definitely, like obviously I would drop everything to make her to do anything that she wanted. I'd be like, all right, like down for whatever.
I respect it. I respect
it. Because I'm like the biggest, like there's very few creators that I'm like a fan of, but also would want to be friends with in real life. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I talk about you and I say, oh, he's my favorite streamer. You know what I mean? But then there came a point where it was like, we became actual friends. So now I'm like, that's my friend. So like the connection is not the same as, you know what I mean? And I don't think that people understand that, because I remember one time you were in chat and I said, Mr. Boba Feet came into my stream and I was like, or he rated me or something. And I was like, oh my God, Boba's my favorite streamer. And then you were like, damn, that's crazy. And I was like, no. Like,
I was fucking with you, but yeah.
Like, it's different. It's a different thing. It's like, when I went to Play NYC a couple weeks ago now, and like
Mhm.
you were one of the main people. I was like, you should go follow my friend Relax, da, 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 da.
Mhm.
Because obviously there's this thing called Coexist, and it's like a gaming house, and they like help set up tournaments, and they do all this stuff online. It's really
Right.
cool. But I was talking to all these people from the fighting game community, and I was like, oh, just relax, kid. Da, 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 da. Because I'm one of those people that naturally in conversation, if I see an opportunity for my friends, and like maybe it's not for me, but if I see a situation where I can plug my friends, why wouldn't I go plug my
I do
friends?
that. I do that for you, but in a weird way. It's just anytime I see Star Wars stuff, you're immediately the first person I bring
Well,
up.
yeah, I
Like,
feel like
yo,
most
she
people,
needs this, or she
yeah,
needs to see this, or this. Anything Star Wars related. If there's somebody that just likes Star Wars, you don't like Star Wars more than my nigga. That I know more Star Wars than you just because of her
yeah,
Star Wars
you
fandom.
just
Hold
seep it
up,
in.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
most
workout
people,
stuff.
I feel like whenever they see Star Wars or like, like if they see like the fit waifus, they'll send me them or they send me Star Wars. There's not really anything else. And I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But I'm a multifaceted person. You know what I mean? Oh, that's what I was saying. I have more time for anime. So doing my cardio, during my cardio at the gym now, I watch anime. I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen.
So,
Now on the downside, it means that it takes me a really long time to finish anime. Like I don't binge it the way I used to. I
mhm.
think the only thing that I binge, like I watched there's this one show about like zombie girls that become J-pop idols. I forget the name right now.
Zombie girls become K-pop idols.
I mean
I'd
J-pop,
watch that.
J-pop. No, it's so fucking good. It's
I,
so good.
it sounds funny.
There's
What is it
that.
called? Oh,
I
okay.
have to I'm gonna look it up.
Mm.
But there's them. There's that. That was one of the last things I binged. Magical Girls Special Ops, I binge. That's something I think you would fuck with. Like, it sounds crazy, but they're literally magical girls that work for the military and like they do like drug raids and shit. And like, instead of like being like, in the name of the moon, they have like fucking guns.
Oh
Like,
shit! The
it's
name of this
it's
30.
crazy. It is fucking crazy. And they do the transformation and shit, but with guns.
Shit, I'm gonna get down on that one. Shit, I'm
It's
watching.
fucking crazy.
What am I binging right now? I'm not even binging an anime right now. I'm binging Rick and Morty. I've never seen that show, so I finally
See,
started it.
Zombieland Saga. That's the name of the zombie
Zombieland
anime.
Saga. Okay,
Yeah.
that.
I was thinking of another name that had zombie in it, but it was not that. Rick and Morty I really liked, but the creators, and we've talked about this, there's very few things that like the art or the medium will get canceled and I will stop watching it because
Hmm.
like some things it's like I know that they're not making any money from it or whatever. So
Right.
I'll like and if I get canceled for this podcast then that's fine. But
Mm.
like with what happened with Rick and Morty, it was so like questionable that now when I watch the show, I'm like, I can't
Oh,
enjoy it
okay. Uh-huh.
anymore. And I'm not gonna get into it, but that's where I'm at. I
Oh,
liked it
okay.
before then, but I believe in Aqua Teen Hunger Force supremacy.
I
So
mean, yeah. I mean, I'm always with Aqua Teen. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Because
what's
that's my
currently going
name.
on.
Shake
That's what's going
Screwer,
on Facebook right
the
now.
Mike Screwer, the old schooler. If you want to drink or want to beat, what was it? I don't know. He'll bring it to you though. I remember me and my cousin used to watch. Me and my cousin and one of his friends used to always watch it, and it was like, "Yo, uh." My cousin was like, "I'm Meatwad," and the other one would be like, "No, I'm
Who
Shake," and
wants
he'd
to
be
be
like, "You can
me
be."
one?
I don't shit. My cousin would be Meatwad, and I was like, "I'm the only one who could do the Meatwad voice, if anything." But there's like, "No, you can be Frylock," and I'm like, "Who the fuck wants to be Fry? Oh,
Oh,
boring
Frylock's
ass!"
my
Like,
favorite. No way.
man, hell no, that nigga was born. I was
There's two
young.
types of people in this world.
I was
There's
young. So see it, bro.
no
I was
Frylock. I thought he was so cool. He had the goatee. He
Shake was my favorite. I
and he
love
had
Shake.
braces. When Frylock smiled, he had braces. I was like, oh, he's so cool. I love him.
Well, I felt like running too. It was all about the meatball.
No,
Shit.
I love Frylock. I love Frylock. No, but that's the
You-
beef that's going on Facebook right now. Is like people are comparing Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Rick and Morty, and obviously fundamentally they're entirely
yeah, I feel
different
like they're
shows.
entirely different. You can't.
But people started the debate, and I have to firmly place my feet in the Aqua Teen Hunger Force camp.
I mean, I feel like that's just unfair to even debate them because they're two different timelines of jokes. I mean, two different generations of
True,
jokes and stuff like
true.
that. So people around our age, I mean, not our age, but like younger than us and stuff like that, that probably didn't even watch Aqua Teen or probably watched Aqua Teen after Rick and Morty and was like, this is only 15 minutes. You know, it's a 15-minute
Oh
show versus
yeah, I did forget that was like back in the day.
yeah, because I be
Like
binge
Adult
watching that
Swim
shit.
barely ever had a full-length show at that time.
It was just the only two one they only had two shows that like 15 minutes. It was Robot Chicken and Aqua Teen.
Was it?
Yeah, those
No,
are only two.
because Squidbillies was only 15
Oh
minutes.
yeah, true. Squidbillies were
Yeah.
Squidbillies.
And see, to me, that was like what I was awake for. It
I
was like
never
I
watched
knew to.
Squidbillies.
Oh, and Metalocalypse was only 15 minutes.
It was?
I believe so. I'm
Oh
pretty
no.
sure. I don't know. Let's double
Oh
check.
no.
But they would run episodes back to back, so it never felt like.
Yeah, I only watched like 3 Adult Swim shows that would nope, 4 if you include the Boondocks, but it was
Oh yeah, but the Boondocks is a league of its own. It was
yeah.
11 minutes.
Oh, it was?
It
Oh
was
shit.
11 minutes, and then it went. It's weird. So from 2006 to 2008, and in 2012, it was 11 minutes.
Uh,
But then 2008 to 2010 and 2012 to 2013, it was 21 minutes. So neither of us was wrong.
yeah, okay. So I knew I was like,
Yeah, so
I had
neither of us was
but I
wrong, but
feel
I
it, I
was like,
feel it.
Metalocalypse definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
So that's very weird that it started off that way.
Yeah,
But
I ain't know
that
about
was a
that
show I
either.
fucking adored. No, Boondocks obviously is like when
Yeah,
I was
I
like
wasn't. I
10,
was
I
just counting them
swear I
off,
based
but
my entire
yeah.
personality off Huey. Like I was like, I love him. My hair looks like him. I want to be just like him.
My
He was
favorite was
woke before people were
Ed and
woke.
Rummy. Ed and
Oh
Rummy were
yeah.
my favorite. Every time they came on the show, it was the funniest shit.
But did you read now? Did you read when it was in the newspaper? Did you read it?
What when? Oh no, no.
Boondocks. See, when they made Boondocks a show, Boondocks was like one of the first, like, I guess it wasn't like a full comic, it was just a comic strip. And so I read the Boondocks religiously. And obviously it was nowhere near what it became when it was in the
Mm-hmm.
newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
But when it became a show, I was like, this is it. Like this
The
is
show to
peak.
end all
Yeah,
shows,
I was like,
right?
this
That
is
was babe.
peak entertainment. This is
I'm
it.
not.
And
I
then
was
the
like, I'm
fucking
never missing the
intro was
show.
like I listened to that intro like 15,000 times a day because I just thought it was like the hardest thing ever. And I was like,
Yeah,
I was
especially
like,
with all
they
the shows lining
understand.
up and stuff like that, all the intros, and then you get Boondocks coming in with that. I was like, hey,
Yeah, like it
I
was
am the
just
stone of the
good. Yo, it was just good. Like, oh my God.
No,
But
those are my favorite.
Adult Swim used to be something.
Yeah, like your nightly lineup. You had your Family Guy, and you had your Robot Chicken and Aqua Teen, Boondocks, and I'd watch the Venture Brothers too. Venture Brothers was a show
Venture
I'd watch.
Brothers, I was late to that because I feel like it was a little bit like not mature, but there was something about it. Like when I was younger, I just didn't vibe with it. And now as an adult, I like it, but I had to definitely return to it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I
I
had to
feel
go
it.
back and watch it after the fact of like,
Venture
now I don't have
Brothers were like King of the Hill to me. I didn't consider it like on the level of all those other shows. It's just it had its moments where you would bust out laughing and
See,
just
King of the Hill now I think is fucking hilarious. I think we talked about that one time. Like King of
Mhm.
the Hill, it was like when you're younger and it's like Family Guy, not even King of the Hill. I always saw King of the Hill right after the Cleveland show. And that was when I started to get into it
I
because it was
couldn't
like,
get into the Cleveland show. I
no,
tried.
I love the Cleveland
I
show.
tried so hard, and like there were some episodes I liked, but it just wouldn't draw me in like
I do
that.
think there were a lot more misses, and obviously it ended, but like I think there were a lot more misses with the Cleveland show than there
Mhm,
were like hits. And I was
mhm.
always a Simpsons person over a Family Guy person, like 110%. I loved The Simpsons,
That's how I
but
started. But
yeah,
that,
The Simpsons. Well, The Simpsons was like the first cartoon that I
yeah,
watched, like, and I was like 6, and my mom was like, "You really shouldn't, like, you don't understand what's going on," and I was like, I don't care, it's funny, you know
yep.
what I mean?
That's how I
And
was with Family
so
Guy.
The Simpsons, once Family Guy came out, I was like, I just don't understand, like they're just
Mhm.
doing everything that the Simpsons already did. And it was like that fucking South Park episode
Oh,
where
The
they're like,
Simpsons
Simpsons
already
did
did
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally that. And so when the Cleveland show came out, I was like, all right, this is good.
Mm.
But like I was mostly just excited because it was like the same setup but with black characters.
That's why I wanted to give it. I was like, I don't want
Yeah.
to say it's bad, but because it wasn't, but it was just like
If we
I
had the
wanted to
same
support it because of
show
that.
written by black people, it would have
Yeah,
been good,
yeah.
like the Boondocks.
You could
Even though the
tell that
Boondocks is
wasn't
a
written by black
yeah,
people.
like
Cleveland's
even though
was.
the Boondocks is a much more serious tone, at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, culturally, the Boondocks is better
Because we
than
get every inside joke. They don't even have to try
yeah,
too
oh
hard,
my
and we
god.
understand it. Like,
And then the fact that like there was, and I remember finding out that the one little girl was mixed. And
mhm.
obviously, for I mean, everybody who
Oh,
knows me
Jasmine was her
basically,
name.
yeah, everybody who knows me basically knows that I'm mixed because I
Mhm.
used to be like Logic the way that I actually, when I first got into Logic, I only liked Logic because he mentioned the fact that he was mixed so much. And then
Mhm.
eventually I was like, this is like annoying. And then I saw him. So I was listening to Logic ages before I ever saw what this man looked like.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh damn, you really just look,
Vanilla.
yeah,
Yeah.
like whiter than me, for real, for real. Like I was like, if we walked together on the street, I would go through more than you would go through. And that's kind of crazy because I'm really fucking toeing the line on my
Mm-hmm.
complexion like 90% of the year. So like so
Just
like I saw him and I was like, that's why he has to mention it so much. He has to remind people. He's
that
like,
he's
I
not just
too
why.
he's like, I too know the struggle, my brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm. And it's
Like
like, dude, I was like, I don't know. I'm like, I get it. I understand. We welcome you. You know what I'm saying? I treat you like everybody else. But at the end of the day, if a cop pull you over, they ain't gonna be like, you're that half breed. You're that half breed
yeah,
brother,
like
aren't you?
not
Like,
even in the South would
yeah,
they
like he's not
like,
like he's not gonna get questioned at all. Just oh, you have a nice day. Seem like nothing's going on in here. Heard
yeah,
rap music.
he's another person that's like canceled for whatever reason. I don't even
Oh,
know all the
Logic?
details. So yeah, he's not canceled, but he supported somebody who was canceled, and so his fan base is like turning on him.
Mm-hmm.
And like again, I
So you
left that
support the baby?
no, it was like somebody in his like whatever, like his group of
Okay,
people.
circle. Yeah.
And so I don't know anything about it because I stopped listening to him. Kind of really not gonna lie, like once he blew up a little bit, I was like, all right, you're something now.
His songs were too uplifting
He
for me
got
to
really
really like listen.
repetitive.
They're super
Like
repetitive
yeah, like
with the
a couple of his
uplifting
albums, yeah.
by it's either uplifting biracial stuff or just hard because I'm biracial stuff. It's
Yeah, it's
but it
literally.
was super repetitive in the same way. And I'm just like,
And
y'all
there,
love this
no,
nigga, don't
he
y'all?
does have a couple bars where like he acknowledges
Well,
that
of
he does
course.
that, but it's like in the same vein as like eventually Eminem got kind of old. It was like, all right, except he got obviously Logic did way less for rap. I mean, I don't really think Eminem did much for rap. He did a lot of stuff for white rappers, but not like rap as a whole. Really,
Yeah.
what Eminem did was introduce white rappers to that one flow that they all kind of have. So
Yeah, that is true. Oh,
like
damn. That
like
is true.
and that's not me knocking Eminem. That's not me knocking Eminem because obviously,
I
like
love
you
me some
have to
M. I
acknowledge, yeah.
love me some
But
M, but yeah.
Eminem, after a certain point, it's like, all right, you can only shit on other rappers. Like you can only, like what it was he came
Yeah.
back and then he was shitting on like all of the SoundCloud rappers and all of that, which is fine because that's always what M's been about since the beginning.
Mm.
But you're now shitting on it's still rap as a genre, but rap has evolved past you and
He's
you
not
haven't.
shitting on them. He's trying to spark competition because around the time he did do that, everybody was just it was just super repetitive with like the rap. There was
Yeah, a
no
little bit.
it was straight everything was like Gucci Gang from on out was just like, yeah, okay, uh-huh, yeah,
But I don't think it
ice
was. I
bars.
think there really were some
You
people that
had
were
those
like,
few, but the people that were like that, Eminem didn't mention. Or if he
yeah,
did mention,
true.
he's still
Yeah.
trying to spark. like he's just trying to get people to like, yo, just throw some bars out there or something. Now
Yeah,
it's
and I
disrespectful because that is his background, but a lot of people been telling Eminem they like his Slim Shady side. They like when he was disrespectful and stuff. And
yeah.
now when he gets disrespectful, that's when everybody's like,
Well,
oh
now you
wow, that was
can't.
mean. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Or you're too old to do
in
that.
today's
But
culture, it definitely is. But it was when he did
Kendrick
it.
did the same thing.
But my thing was, I was kind of like, and this comes from somebody who is like, obviously, I had a troubled childhood, so
Mhm.
I was an M stan. Like
Yeah.
because like Eminem was like the first rapper, not the first rapper, the first rappers that I really listened to were like Wu-Tang.
Mhm.
But post that,
Respect.
it was just Eminem. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
not just Eminem, but it was like M obviously had songs that I could relate to. And so I liked him. And then he did the whole relapse recovery and all that, came back, whatever. Those
Right.
albums were kind of good, but also a lot more pop. Then he came back and Rap God, he acknowledged that he was sounding more pop. And I was like, all right, so he's aware of what's going on. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? I was like, all right, I'm still here. And then something happened where it was like his flow just went back to where it was. And in theory, I should have been happy about it. But I was like, if I wanted to listen to what you sounded like when I was 12, I would listen to the music you were putting out
But
when I
at
was
the
12.
same time, it wasn't like Slim Shady stuff. Because when we were around that age and it was the Slim Shady stuff, he was just saying the first thing that came to his mind, the
True.
craziest shit that came to his
True.
mind. At
Rap
least
was
this
definitely more
one,
wild
it
because of him.
was
I'll say that.
yeah, and this was more articulate
Yeah,
dissing
true.
than just that.
True. I'll give him
It
that.
felt like an evolved version of Slim Shady, more than anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
But I
and
get,
that's
yeah.
something that I like. And like people, I'm friends with a lot of people that make music now, and obviously, you know, and I talk about it, but and I'm not going to make this like a whole race thing because I have a whole other podcast where we kind of touch on that. But my friends don't like listening to white rappers. That's fine. I get it, whatever. They do all have like a very derivative flow. But there's some guys out there that are like not underground. Like I don't ever consider any artist I listen to really underground. But then I look at like the numbers that they have and I'm like, "Oh, because I feel like there's no such thing as underground anymore. There's just like up and coming, which is very
Yeah.
similar you would think, but underground used to literally be like we're doing fucking shows in the back of this alleyway, come
Mhm.
through on Saturday night at like 7. You know what I mean? And that's how people would hear about these guys. But with the internet, now it's like if you get lucky and one hits a fucking banger, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like yeah, you're an indie artist, but you're no longer underground. And rap is an entirely different ballgame of like you're not indie in the same capacity as other like pop artists are or like
Right.
indie rock is. But I think there's a lot of guys that I'll listen to and like their flow like who there's a guy that came out he was on TikTok and I forget his name but whatever it was everybody was talking about how he used like the whole entire verse was nothing but like 3-syllable 4-syllable words like the entire time
Mhm.
and I was like, I kind of fuck with it. And he wasn't white, but I was like, I kind of fuck with that because like I know when I used to write, I preferred to use bigger words because it's
Mhm.
more of a challenge then to like fit that to a flow. You know what
Right.
I mean? And I think when M disappeared, well, he didn't disappear, but when M, like, obviously there was like a lull in his music where it was all
Yeah.
kind of similar. And then he came back different.
Mhm.
When he did come back, I will say it was much more like eloquent not eloquent because it's like whatever, but like much more articulated, like you said, than
Mhm.
whatever. But I think there's some other rappers that can just like do it a little better. Like there's a lot of lo-fi guys that like rap like
Yeah,
that.
there's a lot of good rappers out there. It's just, do their music have replay value? You know, that's all. The thing about Eminem is like now when he drops shit, it don't got replay value like that. You might say, oh damn, that bar went hard or something. If you're a real big fan of like lyricism, then sure. But majority of the people just care about beats and they want
Actually,
all
that's
the shit
true.
compared into.
Yeah.
So like people would say shit like Future would beat Eminem in a versus battle or something like that. And initially hearing it, you're like, fuck no. But then you think about it, you're like, Yeah, I'm not. There's only
Yeah,
like
but some of those debates get to me.
I get it. It's getting to me too. But if you look at it from every perspective, you're just like, you really gonna just blast any Eminem at a party? You might
Yeah,
maybe like
true.
one, maybe two
But
songs,
that's similar.
maybe.
Like people, and you and I think have had this debate like numerous
Mhm.
times because it triggers me. It makes me so mad.
I'm not saying any of
No,
them are
not this
better than
debate, not
Eminem
this
though. Don't get
debate.
me wrong.
But
Yeah.
people bring up J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, and this is a debate I've heard from so many people, and
Mhm.
I don't know why because they're not like other than the fact that they both do like conscious or whatever type
Yeah,
stuff,
conscious rap.
they're not similar. And really, and I'm gonna get a little too passionate about it, and I'm gonna try to reel it in.
Right.
Kendrick is leagues above. Like when Kendrick first came out, and I was like listening to him, I was like, oh, and this is like ages ago. I was like, oh, this guy is like the rapper of our generation because at this point, like M was already another generation, and
Mhm.
so I was like, Kendrick is going to be for my generation what all these other rappers were. You know what I mean? Because this was throughout my entire high school and like the end of my middle school and throughout my high school career.
Mhm.
That's when Kendrick was really building himself up. And then All Right came out, I think my senior year or right after I graduated. And
Mhm.
that's when people really acknowledged who he was. Like, obviously, he blew up before then because of swimming pools. But, like, when All Right came out, that's when people really were like, oh,
Mhm.
once you get the attention of the white news and they start complaining about you, that's when you know you kind of like made it, right?
Right.
But, like, people will compare J. Cole and Kendrick. And it's like, they're not like, I mean, to me, in if you're using that party analogy, to me, I could play like a lot of Kendrick songs.
I didn't bring up Kendrick or
No, but
Jermaine
I'm
Cole.
saying when people bring them up, when people bring up the debates, like Future and M or any of those
I
people,
was just bringing up Eminem in general. I just brought up Future just an
but
example,
but
but
I feel
Eminem
like
was the
people
only
do
person I
that.
think. Some people do that. That people do that. Like you ain't banging Kendrick like that at a club or something like that. I'm like, nigga, when the last time you've been to a club? And I'm like, Kendrick is better. So I'm like, you can't say anyone's better than. I mean, it's fair to say like whoever you're a fan of is better than whoever you're a fan of, exactly.
Yeah.
But like, I
Unless
wouldn't.
they're
I
fundamentally the same artist.
Yeah, but like as far as Kendrick and J. Cole go, I mean, I get why people say that they're the same, that they sound alike or whatever, but they don't sound shit alike at all to me. But I wouldn't put one above the other solely
Yeah.
because Kendrick ain't put nothing out in a minute. It's been a
That's
minute
what
since
but that's
Kendrick.
what everybody says, but that doesn't change the music that he's got.
It's not changing what he's got. I'm saying I can't keep throwing him at top tier or top of the list if he's not putting anything out
This
for like
is
years.
have you seen those posts? Because like Kanye, and again, don't know if by the time this episode, I mean, this episode will come out in a couple weeks.
Mhm.
Maybe by then Kanye will do something.
I don't care. I never really
But
listened to Kanye like
see,
that
I
in a
like
while. It's been a
Kanye.
while since I
I
like
became a
listened to Kanye.
big Kanye stan, but like people obviously are all complaining about what Kanye is doing and he's not dropping the album and blah blah blah. And people are like, yeah, but on the bright side, at least we're not Kendrick fans. And I saw that post and I'm like, no, but I am a Kendrick fan and it's worse. Like, but he's behind the scenes, he
I
was
mean,
putting in work. You know what I
look on the
mean?
bright side though. At least you're not a Rihanna fan.
True, true. But like, no, but like on the like Kendrick was putting in work behind the scenes. So really, in a
I
way,
believe he's putting in the
I
work. I'm
think
not
he's
saying he's not. I'm
I
just
think he's a little smart. And I guess that's where I'm like one of those fans that's just like I pretend I do not see it when people bring up like they're like he hasn't done anything because I'm like, yeah, but the Black Panther album was kind of kind of good.
yeah, like yeah. When I say that, I'm not meaning like I want to knock down anything that he's already done or like say he's bad now or he fell off. No, I'm sure he in the studio or he doing whatever he got to do.
He's
What you
not
know what
in
I'm
the
saying? I'm not
studio.
really. I don't
Don't
know
give
what
me
he.
hope.
Hey, he's doing whatever he's doing in his life. I'm not
Don't
saying
give
he
me
fell off.
hope
I'm just
like
saying
that.
he put out. No, I'm just putting out facts. He put out nothing in a while. So after oh so long, and everybody else is throwing out music, and we're listening to other people, I'm not gonna keep throwing Kendrick at number one or something just because something he did like 4 years ago. That's like people steady saying
That's me.
the shit that
That's what
annoys.
I do. I'm like,
But that's
Kendrick,
the same
Kendrick's
shit our
top
parents
tier.
do, though. You know what I'm saying? Our
Yeah,
parents do the same
I
shit talking
know.
about Tupac,
I
man, best one in the world. I'm like, no, the fuck, he's not the best rapper in
Well,
ever.
no, I'll give credit. I'll give credit. But to be fair, I think I do. I'm just now learning a lot of new rappers. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean?
But you
Like,
listen,
like
yeah,
not a.
your music variety, you
Yeah,
listen to
exactly.
everything.
Like I'm
So.
just not a lot of new rappers, but I'm just now not vent. It's weird because like I listen to a variety of music. Obviously, I was like a metalhead, and I always listened to rap. But now I'm much more into rap than I was when I was
Mhm.
younger. When I was younger, it was a lot more metal. Now it's like I have to be in a mood for a certain kind of music. But there's a lot of artists that I really wasn't put on to. And now, I mean, with like I don't know what you would consider the genre, but I listen to like obviously I listen to fucking Corpse, but like Ghostmane and fucking Scarlord and all of that.
Mhm.
They combine metal elements and rap elements. So for me, I'm like, this is the peak of music. And then I like show other people, and I'm like, my taste in music is actually dog shit. Like
Mhm.
this music is not good objectively, but like when you're at the gym and like it goes in, you know what I
That's
mean?
what do you how do you think you know my playlist? I'm out here got YNJ playing and all this crazy shit stuff.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
talk
that's
about
another
coochie
thing.
language and stuff, and they're like, "What are you listening to?" And I'm
Like,
like,
yo,
"It
when you
sound
come
good when
into
you
your
beat somebody ass,
streams,
though."
when you come into your streams, and it sucks because there's music that I didn't know, or like
Mhm,
I'd hear a part of it on TikTok or something, and then
mhm.
you'll be playing the entire fucking song on your
Oh,
stream.
yeah.
And I'm like, damn, this kind of goes hard a little bit. And then I find myself on like leg day listening to that song, and I'm like, what? How
Yo,
did
it's
this
crazy.
happen? How
I
did we
have a
get here?
really weird playlist, but people love my playlist. Like, yo, I've never heard this song, and I'm like, oh, it's called "Unsubscribe to Me and Don't Buy My Music" by RX Nephew. I'm like, oh, wait, that's the name of the yeah, that's the name of the song. I'm like,
No, is that a
okay,
real song? Because
it
you
is a
couldn't.
real song.
Okay, okay. I like Hobo Johnson, and like I don't want anybody to people are gonna listen to us talk about music for like 15 minutes, and then they're gonna hear me say I like Hobo Johnson and be like, oh, never mind. But
I don't know who Hobo Johnson
Hobo
is.
Johnson, okay, so the summer that Hobo Johnson blew up was like it was like 2 3 years ago. It was right. It was the summer before COVID.
Mhm.
So when he blew up, he is like he's kind of people call him a rapper, but he doesn't call himself a rapper, and neither do I. But he's like a writer. He's a really good lyricist, whatever. He's really whiny. He complains about girls a lot and like whatever. But he's funny. His like
Mhm.
I don't know his music. It's just like it might be like sad shit that he's talking about low key, but
Right.
the way it goes is just good. And like if you like poetry and stuff, he's kind of a good middle ground in between people who like spoken word and poetry and people who like rap. Um, but
I
I
remember
like
he was
Hobo Johnson,
conflicted.
and he's got an
Sorry.
album called Hobo Johnson Alienates His Entire Fan Base. And it's like the name, like that's the so because he when he first came out, he was dropping album after album, and he does everything himself. He produces the music himself. He has a band, but he does all this stuff on his own. So when he came out, he had the rise of Hobo Johnson, the fall of Hobo Johnson, the return of Hobo Johnson, and
Mhm.
he was dropping them obviously back to back. And then he came out with Hobo Johnson alienates his entire fan base. And I was like, damn, low key, that's kind of the best username, or that's kind of the best name for an album I think I've ever heard. And some of the name, or his Hobo Johnson alienates his fan base, not entire fan base. But the name of some of the songs on here are Hello, the album's not listed on Spotify anymore. Might lose it. Might have just brought that up for no reason because Spotify is not loading the album. He's got like now the whole entire bit I was doing and the funny joke is gone. You know why? Because I can't find the fucking
Maybe
song
you weren't
list.
meant to talk about Hobo Johnson.
Yeah, see, I said I like Hobo Johnson and they were like, not today, you
And there
don't.
goes your brain. See,
All
all
right.
out of there.
Oh wait, Hobo Johnson song list alienates his entire fan base. We're finding it. I'm gonna find it because I need to tell you because since you mentioned that song,
So, what song did I mention?
The one Delete Me or the
Oh
that
yeah.
that song. So the first one's Jeff Bezos, but he spells Bezos like kisses.
Mhm.
Um, All I See Is Poop. What's the AQI of this bong rip? Parentheses, Drake diss. So, and he talks about Drake a lot. Like he talks about wanting to be like friends with Drake and like being as big as Drake so he can have parties that he's not at, and then sell all of his stuff. It's like shitty, not it's like silly shit. Sorry, I can't look you in the eyes. Villain of Himself, which is like a regular song title. And then Why Socialism by Albert Einstein, in parentheses, edited for length. That's the song
What?
list. That's the song list for the whole
What?
album. And none of the songs, like the thing is, he'll have one song that has like, or one line that might reference the title.
Mhm.
None of them have anything to do with the title. It's like, it reminds me of,
Are they
now you
good?
aren't emo. You aren't emo, but the people listening very much probably are. Back in like the MySpace era of music, it was very popular to have songs with like these long, stupid ass titles. And I think what's happening now is like a lot of the people who are making music listen to that music, like even if they're in different genres entirely. So they're taking that back. Like one of my favorite songs is called There's a Good Reason These Tables Are Numbered, Honey. You just haven't thought of it yet. Songs got nothing to do. And then Fallout Boy
Nothing to
has
do
a
with
song.
tables.
So Fallout Boy has a song called the Our Lawyer Made Us Change the Name of This Song. And I forget what the original name of the song was, but the original name of the song had something to do with MySpace,
Mhm.
I believe. And so obviously their lawyer made them change the name of the song. So
I would have probably titled my song that too, to be honest.
yeah,
I
like,
would have been that petty.
but like back in the day, those were like
Mhm.
the names of songs, or like the best bangers had ridiculous names like that.
About to have me search through my playlist to see what songs I got that got ridiculous names. That's that go
What's
hard
that
right
one
now.
song? The one every time I've come into your stream, that one song is playing.
Say a lyric from it.
Because I got depression.
What? I'm gonna dip my balls in $1,000 dressing. I haven't played that shit on my.
No, but when I was coming in, you played it. You were playing that song 3 times in a row. When I came into your stream, that song was playing, or you were saying it or something.
I probably said it
Oh
or
no,
something.
no, it wasn't that song. I'm lying. It was another song where the guy talks. That's a big woman. Something, something. That's the only
Oh,
line from the entire song that I know. How you
is
end
it
up
by
with?
Y and J and
I don't fucking know.
what's
I don't
the
know anything
Lil
about
Pump?
it. I
Is
don't know
because
who is
there's a
it.
song called they got a song called Big Hoes.
No, no, no. It's fuck. I'm never gonna remember it. The whole podcast is just gonna be 10 minutes of me trying to guess this song. That's the
Like
song you're playing, not I Got Depression. But it reminds me of I Got Depression, which
this
is
is
why I thought of it.
It was like, why you pulling up with that big woman? Damn, how she get big
That
like
song!
that?
That
Yeah, that's
song!
Big Hoes.
Okay.
That was by YJ Lil Pump.
Okay. Cause I was like, I know the fucking song. It's that
Yeah,
song.
good. Okay, yeah. Dun-dum-dum-dum-dum.
Yeah. But
Yeah, that was
relax
a good song.
relax is one of those streamers that plays a lot of music on his streams. So I'm glad that we got to touch on music.
Mhm.
Um you do a lot of fighters. There was something that was on the top of my mind.
How'd my hair get so luscious?
Yeah. Oh my God. Did anybody tell you you look like that one rapper?
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Did you see that shit I put on in the Discord yesterday?
No,
Oh,
no.
fuck it, bro. I went to the store yesterday. I swear to God, I went to the store yesterday. I'm over here on the I'm in a bakery aisle, about to buy some cookies, and this old lady in a wheelchair, old black lady, she in a wheelchair. She was like, "I like that. How'd you do it?" And I turned around, I was like, "The fuck?" And she was looking at me. She was like, "I like that. How'd you do it?" I'm like, "My hair." She's like, "Yeah," but like she looked like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, I just had a friend who locked my dreads in for me like 3 years ago, and I just been growing it since. He's like, but the color. I was like, oh, the color. Yeah. Oh, I just had another friend who dyed it, and now the color just kind of fading out a bit. That's kind of it too. So she's like, oh, it looks beautiful. Anybody ever tell you look just like Lil Wayne? I'm like, you have no idea, Mal. You have no idea. He's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Oh man, especially Lil Wayne right now, it makes it extra funny because you know this woman has not seen Lil Wayne these days.
Yo, she couldn't have, bro. Like, bro, I just got to cover my face in tattoos now, y'all. Just,
oh my, I like when I come into your chat and people don't know who I am. Because I always lurk, but I never talk in chat. And I do this with all of my friends' streams. I'll be in, and it sucks because I'm very much a person that like, I need people in chat or else like my streams, like I just don't talk.
Shit, I say that all the time. I tell my chat all the time. I'm like, yo, I see a couple of subs talking, but I don't see any non-subs talking. There's like a lot of people in here, so I'm gonna start running ads because I'm lonely.
Views. That's what I do. I'm like if I get rated, I'm like, all right, y'all been in here for 15 minutes. Here you go. Thank you. I appreciate it. Little pop-up comes up.
Like if you non-sub,
says thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, my community is all sub because my cousin will come in and drop a fucking 50 subs. Exactly. So it's like anybody who watches every day is fucking subbed already. So I'm like, all right, 3-minute ad, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh damn, you do the 3 minutes?
Ooh. I'll do 1 3-minute. I do 1 3-minute after 2 hours.
But and yeah, then, I was about to say, I know you rarely run them though.
I do 1 3-minute after 2 hours, and then after that, I'll do like probably the 1:30. And then, but it'll be like, I forget, that's why I do the 3 minutes.
That's why I got a command. Yeah. Run ad. I'm like, sorry, non-subs. It's not me. I didn't do it. They did it.
Yeah. See, I need to do that. I need to,
because see, that's what
my chat will remember. That's the thing. So like I'll be watching your stream and I'll come in like once every like 4 months, renew my sub, say something. And then like, a different day where I'm not renewing my sub, I'll come in and I'll be like, did anybody ever tell you look like whoever? And like somebody in the chat gets fucking mad. And it's so funny to me. It's so funny. Like it's such a troll
not so and so. And then everybody like, yo, just like then non-subs come out, yo, just like Lil Wayne, or every time I go to my homeboys, every time I'm in my homeboy stream, they're like, oh, Lil Uzi here. I'm like, no, I don't, I'm like a whole foot taller than him. Stop.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, that's another thing. And you've been in the game. So Relax has been in the game for like a long time. He's got some views. He's got some followers. He's been around. He's old. I'm just gonna keep adding descriptors to make it seem like you're old. In terms of the internet, he's been around since like, the dawn of Twitch. He's seen it before Daddy Bezos got his hands on it. He complains about affiliates all the time, and I go, damn. Those damn affiliates. Oh my God. I haven't
complained about affiliates. The only thing that I ever really complain about affiliates is when they complain that partners get something that they don't. Which
that's something that I've been seeing happen.
Every time. It's not like every once in a while. It's every single time Twitch introduces something for like partners. Every affiliate just like, wow, so they really gonna just leave everyone out and this and that and stuff like that. I worked really hard to get to affiliate, and it was just like,
now I have a question for you.
Why do you want to get
I have strong feelings. So obviously, like I was on the grind, and then I took a break, right? And so obviously, when you take a break from streaming, it kind of fucks with your views and all that. But I'm lucky to where the people who are regularly in my chat were excited for me to come back, so I didn't feel guilty. Well, I did feel guilty, and I thought they all hated me, right? But come back, everybody was like excited that I was on, whatever. And I realized, so I'm not even at 700 followers right now, right? And you're a bigger account, you've been around for a while, but you're not on TikTok like as much as I am. Like, TikTok stuff, but you're not like,
I don't know how to, the reason why I haven't uploaded on TikTok, because I don't really fucking know how to
it's fucking confusing at first. It's confusing as hell, but Like, number one, I think right now, like the streamers on TikTok, obviously there's like a thing that's doing well, and like if you do content geared towards streamers and like relatability, it's doing good. But my question is, so with the rise of exactly what I just said, like people who are like, oh, if you're a streamer, follow me, da 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 da. With the rise of people doing that, there's a lot of like huge ass TikTok creators. And I know like I have personal friends who they're doing well on TikTok and they're like, I want to make more money than what TikTok gives me. So I'm gonna go on Twitch.
Mhm.
And they hit affiliate, and anybody listening who either if you're considering streaming or if you're starting off and you're not an affiliate yet, like affiliate for some people, okay, Hearn. What'd you do? What happened? Oh, wait, weird. It says it's there we go. Now I'm talking. But it was quiet for me too. What the heck happened? What you do? Okay.
Got it.
So, big famous streamer, got a lot of followers, got a lot of views. Also, if there was a weird cut, it's because there were technical difficulties, because we're super professional.
Always, always.
But so what's happening now, for people who are starting off as like small streamers, or you haven't even hit affiliate yet, like everybody knows it's like a fucking grind to get there. Like I went the extra hard route when I became affiliate, and I became affiliate a long time ago, and then I stopped streaming for a while.
Mhm.
But I went the extra hard route, and I had deleted Facebook, and and Facebook, for those who don't know me, or whatever, Facebook's my not my it is my biggest platform, but also it's where I get the most interaction and the most shares,
Mhm.
compared to any other platform. Well, technically TikTok's my biggest platform, but obviously TikTok's not the most reliable, even if your follower count is really high.
Mhm.
So I went the extra hard mode. I didn't have social media. So when I was doing Twitch, it was strictly by word of mouth. I told like maybe 4 friends, and I was like, if you guys can come in, I can hit affiliate right away. Da 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 da.
Mhm.
That they didn't, obviously not everybody can make it to every stream, and you don't really know the analytics side of it and how the views like get separated among time and all that. Like you
Right.
don't know all of that when you're starting. But TikTokers right now, because they want to make money, and I understand. So you do this full time. This is like a huge part of your life, and I do believe like with streamers, Twitch is so much more than a job, because it's literally like not to sound like cheesy or anything, but it's safe to say like Twitch kind of is your lifestyle, or at least like online content creation and like being a streamer. It's like an
Oh
entire
yeah.
lifestyle. It's not just because it affects like how much you can talk to people. Like you talk a lot on your streams, like not a lot, but I'm saying you can text people while you're streaming because
Hmm.
but like some people they'll put their phone like somewhere else. I kind
Hmm.
of text on my stream, but again, I'm a smaller creator. But I'll text on my stream like here and there.
Hmm.
And like you eat on your stream here and there. I tend to not really eat on my stream. Like I'll have like a snack, but I just don't. I'm a big audio person, so I don't like hearing other people eat. So I don't really want people to hear me eat.
Hmm.
Um, but again, you have a better mic, so people can't hear you eat, even if you're eating. But I bring this up to say a lot of TikTokers want to immediately capitalize on the fact that, you know, I'm doing good on TikTok, but it's inconsistent. I'm making money, but it's inconsistent. I want to go somewhere where it's still more consistent, even though, like, anybody who's streamed knows that you can't expect the same exact amount all the time unless you're pulling like huge numbers. Um, how do you personally, and this is like, you know, like as the streamer, JustRelaxKid, what how do you feel about like obviously secure the bag, do what you want. But I kind of feel as though like when people immediately come to Twitch and they hit affiliate right away because like they're like obviously it's smart, you know what I mean? They're using the platform they already have, they're coming to
Hmm.
Twitch, it's fair. But it immediately impacts all the other streamers on the platform. Like obviously like the fucking hot tub situation happened and now they're doing stuff with like the gambling streams. So how do you feel about the people that like don't really care about what Twitch started as, don't really care about the fact that there's like a culture behind Twitch. They're taking like, okay, this is popular right now. I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to go to Twitch and I'm just going to like capitalize on the fact that I can be on there. How do you feel about like all of those different variables and like what's happening? Because at the end of the day, the CPM and like the ad rev that people get goes down because people are doing stuff like this.
All right. I'll tell you, I can give you an easy answer for that. Honestly, I don't care, but it's not because I'm a big creator or anything like that, where it doesn't really affect me. I don't care in the simple fact that TikToking, making TikToks on your phone is entirely different than making content on Twitch. Cause
Mm-hmm.
that's just, you just gotta focus on the video you're gonna put up. How long are they? Like a minute long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Minute long. So you got a minute video to put up, maybe you put one up every day or so like that, or, twice a day or something like that. But like big TikTokers, they put their focus, all that shit's on their phone. You can't use your phone on your stream. What I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
for like the quality and shit like that. So you still got to focus on quality and audio. So the people who really enjoy your content on TikTok, they might pull up over there. They might, I'm saying, oh, he is streaming. But if your quality is shit and everything else is shit, then no one's going to care.
Like my
So
quality.
no, because you didn't start. You started at the beginning, word of mouth, and I've been helping you along the way. And don't worry. But I'm saying like those big ones. That's like I'm just bringing TikTok over here to capitalize on that. They're not going to capitalize on shit. They might get affiliate quick because like you get like 5 people in your stream or something out of like the 100,000 and maybe watch your TikToks or something. But are you entertaining for hours? Are you
That's
actually
another thing.
entertaining?
They don't stream that long. And
Mm-hmm.
anytime, like I rated somebody yesterday, and obviously now nobody's gonna know who it is unless you like go through my fucking bonds. But I rated somebody yesterday and I rated them because they're a TikTok creator that I like.
Right.
And they had really low views. And so I tend to like to rate, and I've told you this, I like to unless I have like I'll raid you if I have like 20 viewers because I'm like well, number one, I can never raid you because I usually stream after you're done streaming.
Yeah.
But I if I raid you, it's always when I have more viewers because then I can like pull up with like some amount of views and it's like
Yeah.
exciting. But usually if I have like 10, 15 viewers, I'll pick somebody that has like 2 to 5 because
Mm-hmm.
it's super exciting for me to raid them because then they
Yeah.
get
You can see
excited.
their reaction. Yeah, of course.
Anytime I've rated TikTokers, and this is like I have like real life friends that are huge creators that I've rated and they're like not appreciative. And it's funny to me because TikTok has made this generation of we can all act. Like everybody thinks that they can act because on TikTok, what pulls in views is like overacting. So like
Mm-hmm.
if you're excited, and that's where I fall short as a TikTok creator because I don't like to do that. Like, I think I do better on, like, even though like I'm a small Twitch streamer, my quality is like questionable. I still get people to regularly come back
But
because
that's
my
the thing, though.
personality is
Your
okay.
Twitch, you actually know how to stream
Yeah.
in a simple
Yeah.
fact. You can stream for hours. You can communicate. You can be interesting for
Yeah.
hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying those TikTokers that just came in for that sole purpose of trying to get a bag, you're not going to get any type of bag because you might get affiliate. You'll probably get affiliate really easily. It's not hard. I'll tell you one thing. Affiliate doesn't really necessarily mean shit. Twitch just threw that out there so Twitch can make more money.
Yeah,
Because
and that's people are complaining about that on TikTok, on Twitter right now too.
about what?
The and this, I don't want to ever talk exact numbers just because like people ask me how much I make as an affiliate, and like there are months like I do considerably well for the size of my channel. Like, and I'm well aware that like what and that's even without being gifted the subs that I get gifted from like family. I do kind of well for my channel because my community is just dedicated like that. And I'm aware that like my numbers are going to be very different from somebody else of the same size as me, and that's just because of how I am with my community. You know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah, if I don't come on at exactly 7 o'clock every day, they know I'm not going to come on at 7 o'clock every day, but they know when I am on that I'm going to do the best that I can do and like try to be at 100% for them. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, like my stream, they know I'm might not be exactly on time, like 10 o'clock or something, but they know genuinely between like 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. I'll probably be live around that time or something like that. Maybe a little bit late, but I'm always around that time. I'm always there. And weekends, 2 streams usually sometimes.
Yeah, and like there's this like I don't know, it's like I don't know, I just feel like there's this disconnect between like people who usually, because a lot of TikTokers, like some of them it's just dancing stuff, but a lot of TikTokers, you know, they put a lot of effort into these TikToks, and that's great, that's amazing. Like it is very time consuming. When I was doing the cosplay TikToks, like it was like I would put on full cosplay and make like 15 so I'd have content, but obviously you can't post that 15 back to back to back.
Of course.
So and by the time you post the old one, like it's a dead trend, so it's not even going to matter, whatever. Like obviously you still have to do it for fun and like have the drive to do it, and some people don't have that. And I think Twitch, people get so fixated on the numbers, especially if they're coming from TikTok. Like my biggest TikTok has 500,000 views, and I post whatever shitty content I want to post on there. Obviously that one hit because I was like crushing the melon, so that one was a banger for clear reasons. But people will then come over to Twitch and be like, "Oh, I only have this many viewers," and
Do you
it's
put
like,
your food on TikTok?
no, I don't put
Everything you cook, throw that shit on TikTok. That shit looks really gourmet.
I always think it looks ugly, so I never do it.
Your shit is amazing. I don't respond to it all the time. I figured we have that understanding that you just send food, I orgasm over it, and that's that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, because you said you didn't. Relax said he didn't want pictures from my story anymore because it takes away from the exclusivity. So I stopped.
I don't know if anyone else has that. Yeah,
I stopped posting my food on my story, and every time I cook something like good, I send it to him just so he can see it. Really, you know why I'm doing that? I'm trying to slowly indoctrinate you into being motivated to like want to cook stuff. And I'm like,
it's slowly working.
I'm like, this only took 15 minutes to make.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Look at this.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll be going through HEB like she did make some. I forgot what she used, but hey.
and the fucked up part is like one of my best friends like went to culinary school, and she's like, "What's the recipe you use for this?" And I'm like, "Recipe."
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, huh?
This is what I want you to do. Just throw those on TikTok and then put those TikToks on Twitter and IG.
Yeah.
Just, like, look what I made. So and so, it only did so and so, this or that. You're fine. People love cooking shit. People love food. Everyone loves food. Who doesn't love food? Your shit looks good. Like,
I get tired of recycling content.
Chantel, your shit looks, it's always something new and it looks really good. Like, I'm like, I be jealous. I'm like, yo, real talk. Real talk, I'm simping over these meals. Like them
Oh
hoes
shit.
good.
I just be cooking or whatever. I just kind of wing it,
Monetize that shit. Seriously, you
Yeah,
do a hell of a job cooking. It looks like that's
thanks.
something that you really like doing, like therapeutic. So
I do,
monetize that
yeah.
shit.
If I can cook, I especially with COVID, I've tried to make it so I cook like 3 or 4 times a week,
Mhm,
because usually I have leftovers and then I don't really have to spend as much money eating. That's
mhm.
literally the entire reason. Because especially if you've watched my streams, like for people listening, there was a point where like every time I was streaming, like every other day, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna order Taco Bell, and it was like it's not cheap to order these because it's like, yeah, you're only spending $8 on Taco Bell, but
That
you're spending
delivery
$15
fee.
on a delivery fee.
Oh
Like, and then I'm
man,
waiting
and the
like an
tip.
hour. I'm waiting like an
Yeah,
hour, so it's not even good by the time it gets to me.
I feel it. Yeah, because when you're streaming, it ain't like you can just get up and go cook a meal while you're streaming and shit like that.
Yeah.
Whatnot. I
Although
feel
my
it.
stream, I do occasionally do baking streams, and my
Mm-hmm.
streams, but the community does like the baking streams. And I was doing, there was a time where I think I did like 4 of them in like a month, and people were like actually excited about it. So that was
Exactly.
kind of cool. I obviously I live in New York. I have a very small New York kitchen.
Mhm.
When I move out west, I might do them a little bit more.
Okay, so where are
Um,
you moving out west?
Las Vegas.
What you moving to Vegas for?
I'm moving to Las Vegas.
What you moving to Vegas for? That's a you was I remember you like a month ago talking about I live on the beach.
Yeah, I
It needs
know.
to be an
I
apocalypse for
know.
me to get out there. And
Well,
you out.
no. To be fair, I did say I wanted to move to Vegas or Texas because everybody's moving to Texas right now, and I would like to live like relatively close to wherever
You
you're
got your
at
boo thing out in
because,
Vegas.
well, yeah, but I wanted to
Mm,
move to Texas because you're number one. I know you out there, and like I
mm,
have friends in Vegas, but I don't like you're like my friend. Like I
mm.
actually give a shit about you, and I know you give a shit about me. So like I might cut this out the podcast. I'm not sure, but but like no, but like you're like my friend, and
Mhm.
so everybody's moving to all of these places out west, and like Chicago. A lot of people are going to like Chicago. Obviously, more people are moving to Atlanta, but Atlanta's been up and coming for like a hot minute now.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, like especially creators, are all moving to Texas. And I was like, if I move to Texas in like 5 years, it's going to be expensive. But if I move right now, it's not.
Mm,
And I graduate in December, and I'm not going to go to a senior school because COVID kind of fucked up my plans. So I'm like, all right, I'll move out there, and then in like 2 years from there, figure out if I want to go to Texas. You know
mm.
what I mean? But
Right.
I can see all of my friends out there more because like my best friend's in Washington, you're in Texas. And so when there's tournaments and stuff, now that I get fucking press passes everywhere I go, I can go to like tournaments, we can go to conventions together, and it'll be like a thing, and I can actually fucking record things. And
Mhm.
so it's like a better opportunity to not be too close to people, but also be able to communicate, like to collaborate and do things like on that aspect. Because
Mhm.
obviously, like whenever I'm working on a project, I do put my all into it, and it might take a while for me to like get the project off the ground, but I always do what I set my mind to, and I always try to some capacity to bring forward what like if you're my friend, I
Mhm.
obviously want to support you in the way that I can. So it's
Right.
like it might take me a long time like designing your business cards and merch, but it's still happening. But I always take a while because I'm kind of like a perfectionist. So it's like if I don't like, and especially if it's for somebody else, I'm even more of a perfectionist because it's
Mhm.
like my business cards. I threw my business cards together in 3 hours, and I have 2 different drafts of them, and the other ones I'm gonna go through and fix more. But like those are my business cards. You know what I mean? When it's
Mhm.
somebody else, I'm like, oh no, I want this to look like as good as it can for them. And even then, that's for my friends. If somebody's paying me, I still want to put forth my best work. But for my
Right.
friends, I'm like, no, I want to give my absolute 110%. But then it takes so fucking long because, like, I'm like, wow, I hate this. Why I brought that up. When I move out west, I'm going to cook more. Oh, that's why. Because my kitchen will be bigger.
Mhm.
Because the only like thing that I want is like counters and
Okay.
windows. And so if I
Well,
have counter space, I can cook more.
until then just start TikToking your meals then.
Yeah.
TikTok all your shit. Like hell, even a quick tutorial. First, I just got this shit here and did this, threw that shit in there, made that, and bye out. You got that. All right, bye. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
That's
need
what
a
I was
slogan. You
thinking.
need not a slogan, but you need something where you always leave and it's something funny, but it's like your catchphrase. Like this
Uh,
one chick who cooks food, every time she ends, she like, all right, bye. And she just, and that's the end of the video. But it's just funny though, because like after like
yeah.
the fifth video, it's just, all right, bye. Now everyone just spams it, but that's what they know. So just simple, but how you a little outro on that?
um because at the end of the day, relax, we just had our professional industry conversation, but relax is the homie. He's the day one. Very very few people that I'll be like, that's my best friend, but relax actually is like one of the only people that I call my best friend. And like when I'm talking about people, I'm like, oh, my best friend did this, or like my best friend does this, you know what I mean? And obviously I say like I have a handful of best friends, but relax is like undoubtedly one of my favorite people in the universe. And this is gonna be in the podcast, so I'm gonna look super fucking soft. And it's now recorded, and I'm real glad that Jay and Taylor probably will never listen to it, because I
Shit, I'm gonna
simply
start my
will
stream
not.
today, and I'm gonna change my chair. I'm gonna put a crown on my head. It's gonna go. I'm gonna
I
be full of
I
myself after
simply
this one.
will not live it down. Will not live it down if I get that soft on this and there's proof of it. But I do sincerely feel that way, so that's why I was super excited to have this episode. And like obviously it's easy for us to like shoot the shit about whatever. But I know you have to stream soon in general, so obviously I don't want to like keep bullshitting, because like you have a regular schedule that you do. But I want to know, and I know you hate this question, because now I'm going to give you like a series of questions that like everybody gives you, and I already know the one that you don't like answering that much because you don't have an answer. You don't have an answer. Right. But so what advice do you give to like streamers that are like starting out? Like what?
I'm just kidding. I don't mind answering that. So shit. Quality, audio, and consistency. That's like the three things you need starting off, because you pretty much, if anybody in here that's listening to this and have a thought about streaming or something like that, and you've probably been like, you've watched other streamers, you've probably been like, oh, I like their channel, I like this, I really want to stream. But when you like their channel, you like the quality, you like the audio, you could hear them clearly, everything was, you could see them clearly, it wasn't just blurry, choppy, it wasn't skipping, the connection was well. Those are like things that stuck out that you probably didn't even like say immediately, but they stuck out. You know why? You didn't have trouble with it. So if you want people to like be able to know you more and understand and like want to come to your stream and stay into your stream, you got to make sure those three are there. And with the consistency, I mean, that's like the biggest thing out of all of them. More than anything, I'd say consistency, because if they know that they're going to see you the next day or at a specific time frame, they know they're going to see you around that time consistently, that's fine. But if you stream like every other day, or like you stream at sporadic time, when I say sporadic, I mean like once in the morning, and then 2 days later you're streaming at night, and then like the next day you're in the morning, and you're not necessarily telling your stream that, and you're just sporadic or just rarely not consistent with it, then you're going to have the same type of views over and over and over. And the number one thing about streaming is building a community, not a viewership, not a viewership.
And I think that's something that like other platforms don't get well. Like and I try to explain it. Yeah, like, and I try to explain it to people, and I'm like, look, I don't really care if I'm not pulling big numbers, because at the end of the day, I know for a fact I can name at least 7 people that are gonna stop by stream like, and if they don't, the next stream they're gonna come in and apologize, and I'm gonna be like, it's fine, like, don't apologize. But they come in every single time. Or like, do you have those people where it's like, damn, I haven't seen them in a minute, I hope they're okay?
Yeah.
Like when certain people are in chat, I'm like, damn, I hope everything's all right with them. And then they come back and you're like, hey, like, what's good?
There's something that goes on in my stream now. I swear to God, every August, this happens like right on cue. every August, like Madden's coming out. Madden comes out in August every year, right? And I used to be a Madden streamer, as you know that. I
Oh
used to stream
yeah,
Madden.
yeah.
So every single August, people that I haven't seen in years come in like, yo, JRK, haven't seen you forever. How's everything been, man? I hope you're doing good. You trying Madden this year? No, I'm still
Oh,
not touching that game.
but that's
Oh
so
man, we miss you in the
wholesome.
community. I'm like, y'all miss me. So many people like, yo, we need you out in the community. Even streamers like, we miss you. I'm like, I don't miss that piece of shit game though. Like it's
Yeah.
wild. Like years go in and people that like, and I'd look and they'd be like, yo, this person's been following me since 2015. And
Yeah,
like,
and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, I'm
what
like,
was
where the
I
fuck
even
you been? It's
doing?
like because I
Yeah.
haven't been streaming Madden like that, which is
Mhm.
where I bring up the whole community thing. So people will watch you for your main game, but while you're streaming your main game or what you're known for, focus on building that community and building those friendships and shit, not just
See,
viewers and money. If you build those friendships, those people will keep coming to whatever game you're playing. Not immediately, but it happens. They want to stick around for you
see,
and
now
not just the game.
that's what's hard to me
Mhm.
is I feel like it's like for me personally, I became a variety streamer because I had originally was only really doing Overwatch, and
Mhm.
then like I got Battlefront. Then I became like I was mostly just doing Battlefront. That was great, but obviously like playing Battlefront, it's a dead game. Like literally, the devs aren't working on it anymore, which is whatever EA. But when I'm doing Battlefront, I love Battlefront. I love talking about Star Wars. Obviously, we know this. Do you see my new TIE fighter that I got? It's a
Mhm.
Lego. It's really big. I've mentioned this on another episode, so I don't know which is coming first, but people are gonna hear about this TIE fighter a lot. Anyway, um, I like bounce around a lot right now, and I'm lucky that like my stream kind of knows that about me. Is I'm like trying to find another game to replace Overwatch in a way, because it's like nobody wants to watch somebody
But
play a
see,
game that's
with
like
your
toxic.
No, but see, with your community knows you love Overwatch, but they more than anything knows that you love Star Wars. Okay. So you have that
Yeah.
underline. What I mean by community is you have that underlining thing where it's like you're known for something, but like they know if it's anything Star Wars related, they probably want to
Yeah.
tag you with it on social media or they want to come to your stream and talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Or,
And I guess the
hey, have you
fitness
heard about
streams are
this
my
new
thing
thing?
now.
So like with
Yeah.
me, my stream, mine is a lot of Dragon Ball and stuff, but like Dragon Ball falls under anime, so people ask me a lot about anime and this
Yeah.
and that.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge weed streamer too, so a lot of people ask me about a bunch of come in want to
Yeah.
talk about weed, this or that. So anything I'm playing, they can talk about that specific subject.
Mhm.
They want to so and so because I know about it. They know I love it. They know I love sports. But once you start building those friendships and over
Oh
time, because
yeah,
I'm not saying
we're about to be enemies soon. I'm
what you
sorry,
mean?
continue.
Hold on,
Uh,
hold on. Oh,
I
no, we're
forgot.
not. No, we're not, because
Yeah.
your team is trash now. Okay, I got a lot of work to do.
I know, but we're still
Poor little Eagles
for
fan.
for the sake of it, we're about to be enemies.
I don't know. Man. This might be the dawn of a new age, man. Cowboys might have to. This might be our year. This is the first time I've said that in 6 years. I want you no since
Damn,
24. Yeah, since 2014.
that's
That's
crazy.
the only time I've said that, and I mean that because Jerry Jones broke the curse. I think
Yeah.
he had to apologize to one of the coaches, the Super Bowl coach. I forgot his name, Jimmy Johnson. Yeah,
Mhm.
he actually apologized to him after firing him like 98 or some shit like that. After he
Damn.
won 2 Super Bowls, he finally apologized to him and stuff and said that he was in the wrong. I think we broke the curse. We haven't won a
Maybe.
Super Bowl since.
Maybe.
Hey, if we did, I'm talking my shit. Hey, I'm gonna be right there, standing on top of the light pole like y'all toxic Philadelphians.
No, so listen, I actually said to my mom, I was like, when's football season start? And normally I'm not like I follow Philadelphia sports, but I don't really pay much attention to everything
Yeah,
else.
of course.
But I literally I was like, damn, I'm kind of excited this year. And I think maybe it was because of COVID or something. I don't know what happened, but I'm like, damn, I actually like kind of care. Like I care normally, but this
Mm-hmm.
time I'm like watching them do like other teams. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn. And I'm like I lurk in like other sports like discords and I like read stuff. So I'm like up to date. And I'm like, huh, maybe I'm a sports person. And I think if I move out west, I think that's what it is. Now I know I'm going away from the East Coast. And
Mm-hmm.
on the East Coast, everybody kind of expects Eagles fans to be what we are. But if
Yeah.
I'm moving out west, I'm like,
No,
I
you
think I
move
got to
out
be a
west.
little
You
more
want to know what you're gonna
annoying.
run into a lot of when you move out there?
Racist?
No. What
Just
the
kidding.
fuck?
Just kidding.
You are not going to Alabama or Tennessee. Relax. You're going to a very cultural understanding place, okay?
Where I'm going, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Texas,
I mean,
Texas.
no. Texas is Austin. Austin is the
Yeah,
most culturally diverse. Everything is accepted. Nothing's weird. Okay,
yeah.
we are the
Only
California of
Austin
Texas.
though, yeah. Because
Yeah, I'll
Austin's
say.
chill. The rest of them, I was talking to my friend from Texas the other day, and he's from there's a city right outside of Dallas. I forget what it's called, but basically you only know it if you're
Arlington. Okay.
not Arlington. You only know it really if you're from Texas.
Yeah, probably.
But
I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, so he was telling me about it. He's been in New York for like 7 years.
Mhm.
He moved here for his partner, and he's like, yeah, like, you know, if you move there, it's fine. But understand if you're like in another town or something, like if you're with your friends, it's okay. But if you're not, and this is a white guy saying it to me. So I was like, okay. I was like, oh,
Nah, he had to live in some Hicks town or something because, like, if you're in Dallas or like Houston, because when you go to Texas, you're only gonna want to go to like 3 spots: Dallas, Texas, or Houston. They're their own.
you
Pretty
just
much.
said
They're pretty
Dallas,
much.
Texas, or Houston.
I did. I bet Dallas, Austin, or Houston. God damn it!
And you said it confident as hell too.
I did.
You said Dallas, Texas, or Houston.
Damn it! Cut that out the podcast. But Dallas, Texas. God damn it! Dallas, Austin, and Houston. I quit. But they're like their own state because they're all literally 3 hours apart from each other. So they're like their own state. Because I remember when I was gonna come down there to visit you, I told some friends like, yeah, I'm coming down to whatchamacallit. I'm gonna be around in this area or so and so. And they're like, damn, you like 45 minutes away. That's kind of far. I'm like, what? That's I'm around the corner. What?
Yeah.
I was like, so yeah.
No, we still got to make sure you get up here before I leave too, so we have an excuse to actually. Oh, let's talk about that real quick.
What's up?
So, Relax and I, we've been friends for almost 5 years. We have planned to see each other a handful of times. The one time we got the closest was the only time in our lifetime that Texas and this wasn't just it wasn't like the storm happened a little bit beforehand or like whatever. No, the day of his flight, the storm happened, and we're like, no, it's fine. He's like, yeah, like I'm just gonna wait a second. My flight got delayed. And then like shit just kept happening. We're like, you know what?
Just like canceled,
like,
and then no flights were leaving for like 2 days. I'm like,
yeah, we were like, maybe this flight ain't happening. Like throughout the day, we were like, huh. Because I was like, oh, we're gonna go pick him up at this time, and then my mom was like, you know, it's snowing, and I was like, yeah, but like his flight just got delayed, and my mom's like, it doesn't snow in Texas.
It was like it's rare when it snows. Like it'll snow like once a year, but it won't like. Usually it's just like a little sleet or something, but you know, it's never anything crazy. But this was like niggas was not ready for this, and I was like, what if I would have just got the flight the day before? I would have been fine.
No, and it was so nothing hurts your morale like a fucking pandemic, and then like it was everything possible. That's what happened the first time. The first time was we were going to go down there, and then the cases in New York, or I was going to go down there, and then the cases in New York were rising. Yeah. And then my mom was like, no, you shouldn't go. And like, I don't listen to my mom, but I listen to my mom. You know what I mean?
They wouldn't let anybody in New York fly to like certain states.
Yeah, it was one of them. It was like we couldn't go. So it was like every time we had planned something, it was, and obviously we shouldn't have been flying that early in the pandemic anyway, but it was like tickets for like $40 and like
and like I work from home. I work from home.
We were at home, so it was like it wasn't like we were gonna go do anything, but it was just like an opportunity that we wouldn't otherwise have super easily. And so we planned to go see each other. Boom. Sorry, you can't fly from to Texas from New York. Then boom, sorry, freak fucking hurricane that like decimates. And it is, let me be serious, it is like it was tragic, like everything that happened, the way it was handled and blah blah blah.
Of course.
But also really fucked with my life. I was on Facebook all depressed, and then Relax was on Twitter all angry. I was like, damn, bro.
Like it was bad. Like, you know, it took me 2 weeks to unpack. I let that shit sit in my suitcase for like 2 weeks after that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
and I
like it
was
just fucking sucked. But now I will be closer in a couple of months. So
yeah,
it's
you'll
like
be there.
exciting. And there's also like now I networked with a lot of people. So now I know like when not when tournaments are, but I'm a little more aware. I'm
Mhm.
considering buying Smash still, but like the Smash community still kind of scares me.
Right.
Um,
I
so
mean, it's not with the Smash. Like I said, I play Smash for my community, not the Smash community. So if I'm ever
yeah, but
playing
I wanna
Smash,
if
I'm
I
playing
do
with my friends.
tournaments, if I'm doing
Oh, you do
tournaments,
tournaments. Well, shit. Oh yeah. Well, shit. You need if you're gonna do a tournament, talk to your Discord first about it and see who wants to
yeah,
participate. And like
yeah,
shit, you can be like, yo, if you got anybody, you can ask me, hey, if you got anybody want to join the tournament. I'm like, cool. Cause I got people that play Smash and like we're not
yeah.
fucking gods at Smash. I win sometimes, but I'm not no fucking god at the game. I
Yeah, Smash
play for
is
fun.
intimidating, but there's definitely I definitely want to pick up like basically Relax is like my like mentor into the fighting game community because I follow all that stuff on Twitter now and I didn't before. But it's like I know what's going on in a lot of the games and what like Skullgirls is my favorite fighting game as of right now, and obviously
Everyone's
the
been trying to
community for
get me
that.
on that shit, but
You
I'm just
should.
like, I think it's
So
too
to
late
be
for me.
fair, no, to be fair, Skullgirls did die out for a minute. And I don't know when it came back. Like I wasn't in the fighting game community, but to me, when Skullgirls
Oh,
dropped,
I know who I
it
know
was
when it
like
came back and who brought it back.
when Skullgirls dropped, it was like super niche, and I loved it because I love obviously it's like fucking spooky, hot
Ain't
waifus
Sonic
with like
Fox.
big, like I was like in love with Skullgirls when it came
Yeah.
out, and I was in high school, and then it disappeared, and I was like, all right, and then I started realizing like more people were streaming it, and I was like, huh. And I was like, maybe I should buy it again. And so I am buying it. Somebody actually sent me the money so I could buy it.
Mhm.
But I was like somebody in my fucking community, they were like, "Oh, get a game because you like want a new game." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
say no more." But like then I watch other people like they play with the box. Like I
Oh,
don't do
fucking
you
hitbox.
how do you feel about like other peripherals for fighting games?
It's honestly just whatever you prefer. Like some people like using the hitbox or the arcade stick shit because they grew up in arcades and stuff like that, or it's
Mhm.
just comfortable to play
I
with your
think it's
fingers, you know?
cleaner. Yeah, I think it's you
Yeah,
get
I
combos done a
can't
lot
do
easier.
that. I grew up, I've been playing on with my thumb since I was 3 years old, you know?
Yeah.
So it's, I tried it and it's just too weird. Like I can't
But
use my fingers
I
like
think
that.
I have more of an appreciation of it now because so have you played Splitgate? And this isn't a fighter, but have you played Splitgate on PC or are you playing you're playing on PC?
PS4, PS4.
Okay, okay, so I'm playing on PS4 and obviously I was a big Portal fan.
Hmm.
Like I love Portal so much. I'm not as crazy about first person shooters.
Hmm.
Portal was like probably my first gateway into a real first person shooter even though it's not a shooter,
Hmm.
but it was my first gateway into that kind of control setup.
Yeah.
And obviously I played Halo on the weekends with my friends. So you know, if you don't know what Splitgate is, Splitgate literally is Portal with guns. It's literally Halo,
Yeah.
but add
Yeah.
Portal
It's
guns.
fun. I
It's
like it.
super fun. I love it. I'm gonna play it again on Friday. I'm super fucking stoked. So if you want to play, because I'm gonna be streaming after I have a photo shoot Friday, but I'm gonna be streaming on Friday.
Okay.
Anyway, um, I've been playing it. Maybe by now I'm playing it more, but it the controls when you have the triggers to lay your portals out and then you have to go to the D-pad to get rid of your portals. And for me, I never realized how much I fucking cared about controls until there's controls that I hate.
Hmm.
And because I'm used to Portal, with Portal, it's one button gets rid of your portal if you press it again, or one button puts your portal out. If you press it again, it gets rid of it.
Hmm.
Very simple. On this, there's an entirely different input to get rid of it. And you have to like move your hands from the setup
Yeah.
that they're at. And I just don't like it. And so when I think of it similarly with fighting games, when I'm playing on a box or like on an arcade or anything, I like it because it just feels
Hmm.
clean. You know what I mean? And then my friend taught me if because we were playing the JoJo game, like the old arcade JoJo game, which was
Hmm.
fucking so fun because I never thought I'd have an opportunity to do that. I did it at Play NYC. So you know, you're the one that got me into JoJo. So you know the page with the ora mura mura mura
Yeah.
like, and then in the anime it was a big deal. In the fighting game, if you're fighting with those characters and you time it exactly right, it will do that thing as like a whole animation thing. I
Oh.
I don't know when the game came out, but this is the first arcade game because there's another one. This is the first one. So, and mind you, I'm not the best with combos as is.
Hmm.
So my friends like you have to do this, but I'm using like my index finger and then like my thumb and my well, I wasn't really using my middle finger. I was primarily using my index finger and like my second to last finger because
Mhm.
that's just how my hand was set up on these buttons because it was like
Yeah.
a different like configuration. And my friend was like, stop using your index finger, use your other fingers to do it, and like you'll feel the difference. And now I think that interaction single-handedly, combined with doing the tournament that weekend,
Yeah.
that interaction single-handedly put me on to like, oh, maybe I could get into fighters because if I like the controls and it feels satisfying to play and like I understand
Especially if
everything
you play on
better.
that, you'll probably be great. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like we did the thing, and I was like, okay, cool. I don't care about the game anymore. We did that cool Easter egg, but I did it, and I was like, oh shit! Like I started winning a little bit.
I can do
I
this
was like,
shit now.
oh, and then I watched other people play with their fucking setups, and I'm like, let me get my hands on Street Fighter real quick. Even though nobody cares about Street Fighter, but like, let
Yeah.
me get my
Fuck
hands on
Street
like
Fighter
Tekken.
cares.
Like, see, those are the things I like. I like Tekken. I like Street Fighter. I like Mortal
I like
Kombat.
Tekken. I
Yeah.
just thought Tekken was just too. I was too late to get in Tekken. It was too difficult for me.
See, that's how, and that's another thing. Like the learning curve for a lot of these games is like, it's
And
not fun
yeah.
because you're starting and you're fucking dog shit.
And
And
the
so it's
character
like,
I wanted to play is the hardest character in that game. So I was just like, yeah, this
yeah.
one's for me, bro.
And so it's nice to play a game like Splitgate where it's like low key. Well, there's like aim assist and shit on Splitgate. So
But
I kind
it's
of bitched about
simplified.
it. I bitched about it because like if you watched my first stream where I was playing Splitgate, you would have been so proud of me because I
Mhm.
was fucking like quick scoping people, and you know I don't aim. Like I
Oh,
play fucking
you got to give yourself credit. It's Overwatch. That's why you can do that.
yeah,
When I
true.
was because I got on there and I was just knocking skulls off left or
That's the
right.
thing. Yo, I went on Splitgate and I was fucking cracked. And
Yeah,
and it wasn't a fluke. It was like continuous matches and it wasn't
exactly.
just SWAT. And then in SWAT, you can't even fucking touch me because on SWAT, it's headshots and instant
Headshots.
kill.
Yeah,
And so I was just going off and I was like, wow, Relax would be so proud. That's why I asked if you played it because I was
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I want to show him how good I'm doing at this game. I was so
I'm gonna
proud of
hop on that hell
myself.
with you. Definitely.
Yeah,
No,
I
yeah,
was so proud of myself. And but it does give a lot of leeway. Like
it.
because there
I
is
don't think I
definitely
think so, but I feel like it's just mainly due to Overwatch because everybody is a different height and different sizes and moving fast as shit. And I'm
oh
like, if
yeah.
you can hit your target on Overwatch, then you can hit your target on damn near
That's what
any
I was
game like that.
thinking.
That's why I
I
think
was
when
like
Halo, yeah,
maybe Overwatch like prepared me for other games
yeah,
because
you gotta
now
give yourself
now
credit.
and this game has an
You were
element
a
of
good
like
Ash, so
yeah, like yeah, and maybe that's what it is. It's like I was just too intimidated to ever try because the learning curve when
yeah.
you're going from like I went from support for those who don't know, I had like at this point I had like 300 hours. It's just support,
Mhm.
and then I went to tank, and this was when we could still pick whatever we wanted, so I could flex a lot easier.
Mhm.
And if we needed an extra DPS, I'd go on DPS, but it was very rare because Relax is obviously like our main DPS. So I didn't ever really need to do it unless our other DPS was like dog shit, which is usually the case. But um I went from tanking to or supporting to tanking and then a little bit of DPS. But when you're doing that, your play style is entirely different. Like the way that Relax would engage with the team, even from character to character, is not the same as I would
Mhm.
from in general. You know what I mean? Like even when I'm tanking, I'm way more in the mid line rather than the front line because I don't play shield tanks. I play off tanks.
Mhm.
And when I'm support, I tend to go in and run out. I play really evasive characters that have high mobility. Relax has high mobility, but also it's kind of easy to take him out because his characters are so low. So when I'm playing a game like Splitgate, I'm like, oh, maybe. Like, because everybody's kind of on an even playing field at this point.
Exactly.
I'm like, damn, am I low key kind of fucking cracked? Like, am I kind of good at this? Maybe I'll be a pro Splitgate streamer.
Every shooting game on console has aim assist, so there's nothing to be kind of worried about that. Playing
Yeah.
without aim assist is literally handicapping yourself if you're on the controller. So
Yeah.
that's when people are like, "You need aim assist, and you play on a controller." I'm like, "Yeah, it's easier with a mouse and keyboard. Have you tried aiming with it?" I don't do mouse and keyboard because I can't fucking use the keyboard
It's
as I've
so
already.
confusing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
always trying to look down and see what button I'm supposed to hit, not just moving, but like other shit, a lot of other shit,
Yeah.
like how to use
Everything,
my
everything,
ability.
It's like I forget the entire setup of a keyboard when it comes to a game.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
when I'm typing, I don't have
It's
to look. But
fine.
when I'm
Yeah.
playing something, I'm like,
Hold on. I can aim. Don't worry. I just can't find just
yeah, it's
I
fucking
get it.
crazy. It's ridiculous. But no, like fighting games, I feel like have a similar learning curve, but
Yeah.
harder because it's like if you're bad in a fighting game, you're not with a team that like you can talk to. It's just you by yourself playing online
Yeah, it
games.
is just you by yourself.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
if you
No one to
suck,
carry
it's
you.
easier to like get tilted. I feel like too.
But then again, it is easier for someone to help you out too, because that they can see, like, if I'm just watching you stream and you're playing, I can easily be like, oh yeah, you need to try to do this more. How about you try that? Oh, the problem why he keeps punishing you there is that so and so. So like the helping aspect with fighting games is good. All you need is just somebody in your ear for like a small amount of time just to
Yeah.
like correct you on a couple of mistakes that you may or may not make and
Yeah,
give you
like what I did with the JoJo game.
yeah,
Because it was like I
exactly.
wasn't getting the hang of the combo, and then my friend was like, "Do specifically this," and I was like, "Oh," but I'm just toxic because I don't like being bad at things.
Don't
So it's like if
worry.
I'm bad or if I have to learn something and I feel dumb, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
See, there's one
Like,
thing that I think this is just an Aries thing. I don't know. I never even use starship,
Zodiac,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, I never do. But we have a very intricate way of explaining things in a dumbed down version to where
Mm-hmm.
people can understand the most weirdest
Mm-hmm.
shit. So you'd be all
That
right
might not
with
be
me helping
Aries.
you
That
fight
might
it.
just be us, though.
I don't
Like,
know. I don't know. Cause like the way we explain shit is just like it'd be the dump. It won't be a dump. It's just so simplified in a way where it's like,
Mhm.
oh, like I put up a video with Vidal and I was just like, let me teach you these Vidal loops. And it's like a long ass loop, and the combo is literally like 40 seconds long. But everybody's like, yo, I learned how to do the hardest loops just because of you after like 15 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, you just got to explain it in
You're
a way
like, yeah,
like
I'm just
to a
fucking
toddler,
goaded. That is what it
because
is.
everyone else be explaining these combos and they're smart and telling the truth, but it's like they'll say things like, "Oh, you need to 2S at the second frame here, and if you wait a late frame and this, and
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
add like
what?
so much technical
Yeah,
stuff.
and it's like the
Yeah.
fuck is all this?" And like I would understand it, but like normal, the casual person that plays fighting games is not gonna be like the
Hmm.
fuck. So it's just
Hmm.
explain it.
It's like when I was trying to learn Fortnite, and it was like I can either build or shoot, but doing both was just not. And
Fuck Fortnite. I'm just saying,
they're
look, I
like
can
you
do
need
both.
to they're like you need to rotate this amount, blah blah blah, and it's like yeah, no, I'm not. They're like
Yeah.
rotate at exactly 13 degrees and then build this, and I'm like,
No,
I'm like
no,
I'm good on that.
hell
Maybe it's because
no.
I'm old. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Like
had my one friend. She was trying to get me on Fortnite. She was like, "Yeah, when you get on Fortnite?" And then I'm watching her play it. Somebody shot at her, and she's like, "Oh, I'm getting shot from behind on the west." Before she
oh
finished that
yeah, the
sentence,
fucking calls, bro. The
before
calls
she
in Fortnite
finished
are
that sentence,
unreal.
before she finished that sentence, she had like a 3-story building already built.
Yup, it's fucking crazy.
Like,
Like
oh shit, somebody's shooting me west side, so and so 85, and I'm like, "How
and
did you build that
you're like
so
where
fucking?"
yeah, you're like how are you doing this?
Yeah, and like, oh,
But
I see him now. He's tapped. What?
but
No,
that's
you
how I
just.
feel when I watch you play like fucking fighters. I'm like, I have no idea. But then when people watch me play Overwatch, like my SR is really low right now, which is half of why I'm not as into it anymore because it's like when you
Dang.
solo queue, your SR just fucking plummets.
Yeah.
Or if you solo queue, it's just harder to climb. Even if
Well,
you throw your placement matches and you're solo queuing, you're way too reliant on the rest of your team being good. It doesn't matter if you're fucking cracked or not. Um, but that is what it is. But when
okay.
people watch
Well,
me
if
play
this
Overwatch,
helps.
especially Lucio, they're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how did you just skate backwards?
Yeah. See, the only times I play Overwatch now, like on stream, is if it's late and it's kind of rare. So if I'm ever gonna hop on Overwatch, I will definitely give you a heads up
Please.
because it is around a good time, like late, like nights out. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you're not busy around
Yeah.
those times. I got you. I got you.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah,
But
because
all
I
right.
did feel bad after we got on that long ass win streak, and then I told you about it, and I was like, because I told you in like a happy way, but then I thought about it right afterwards, and I'm like,
Yeah. And I was
oh
like,
damn, that
damn, that's
didn't.
crazy.
Yeah, I
I was
felt
like,
bad.
that's wild. I'm just excluded from the group now.
Don't worry,
I was
I'm
like,
still I'm
damn.
still struggling in that gold, so you're good. Don't worry.
But I was like, that's another thing. We can't play with somebody. I think it's K. Because like K can't play tank while I'm doing something because our SR is too far apart.
It's all
And
right.
I was like, damn.
K need to start tanking. Then I mean, not tanking. I meant tanking as in his SR.
Yep, he just needs to start throwing for us.
Like
That's it. So we
big
can
deal.
climb as a team. But all right, where can the people find you?
Twitch.tv/ Mr. Don't Fuck My Shit Up, please and thank you. Pornhub.com/pastor of Tegridy. Onlyfans.com/only nigga.
But the O is a 0. You got to remember that
Only,
part.
but the O is, yeah, there you go. Yeah, the zero. There you go. And the underscore.
Somebody's gonna look that up,
Yeah,
and
like,
it's
what?
gonna exist.
They're like, wait, what? Hold on. I'm like, I didn't know she was interviewing a porn star this whole time. Okay, so twitch.tv/just_relax_kid or Twitter at JustRelaxKid, but the I is a 1. And yeah, that's pretty
And
much.
YouTube, yeah.
Oh yeah, I do have a YouTube. I swear to God, I forgot I had a YouTube. I smoked before we did this, so I don't need people judging me. But yeah,
He smokes before he
YouTube.
does everything, so I don't think anybody they know.
It's fine. It's fine. But YouTube, whatthefuck.com/JustRelaxKid, just one word, and you're fine. And that's where you can find me doing things of stuff.
And
like,
his Discord's pretty lit. I'll put it in the description for
I
the
didn't
podcast.
think there was a way I can
Yeah.
necessarily say it because I'm like, yo, my Discord is hashtag.
Yeah, nah. I'll put it in the description for the podcast. His Discord's dope. It was the first Discord that I was active in. And then obviously now I'm in like fucking 72 Discord servers and I only have notifications for yours and mine. So
Yeah, same. I have like 3 notifications on. I'm like, I need to leave some of these. That's just too much
yeah, I'm
work.
like, I'm not even involved in any of these.
I
But
would
it's
leave
like
like
mine
5
is fucking
Discords and not
mine's like
touch it.
100 people deep and like 4 of
Oh.
us talk. And I'm like, I kind of like it with only a few of
It's
us
cool.
talking.
I was about to say, get the more the merrier because I think you got to get like what 500 people, no, like 200 something people in there, and then you can get like Discord partner. Although I don't know what's with Discord partner right now, but I mean, it used to be a really good thing when conventions were a thing and they had Discord parties.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the Discord would host parties at these conventions and stuff like that. And if you were a Discord partner, you could just get in
That's
immediately.
fucking sick.
Or
oh my
they
god.
give out some free merch to partners and stuff.
Oh yeah. The goal is if I hit 1K on Twitch, if I hit 1K on Twitch before 2020,
When?
well, no, here. If I hit 1K on Twitch
When
before,
yeah.
if listen to the statement,
Yeah.
if I hit 1K on Twitch before the year ends, then I will go to TwitchCon.
Okay.
But if I don't hit it before the year ends, I don't know if I'm gonna go because I'm a failure and numbers matter. Just kidding. I'll probably still end up going, but like
you're gonna
assuming the panorama ends and we can all go.
Yeah. Well, this one TwitchCon got canceled this year, obviously. So
yeah.
Well, yeah, they haven't announced it yet, and they're usually in October, so it's definitely gonna be.
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying for next year. So I would just buy all my stuff ahead of time, but I would want to hit 1K, if I hit 1,500 by April.
Okay, well, I am a Tegridy farmer, so once I'm done with, by way before then, I'm gonna be like, I plan on being super duper win money. So yeah, I'll just go ahead. You'll be the +1, homie. I got you.
Nice. You know then, but I thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Of course. I hope all of the listeners enjoyed it. Let me guys know. You guys let me know. Okay. You guys let me know in the comments.
Texas, Houston.
Yeah, if you hated him, tell me, and I'll delete him as a friend. Just kidding. That was a joke.
Content.
Yeah, we'll start a Twitter feud if you guys hate him. That's how I'll get my clout on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. She's from Philly, so she know how to mill it out.
Yeah, we'll do a hashtag relaxes over party.
Mm-hmm. Like he didn't tweet out my stream. That's why I'm beefing with him.
Yup, I'll be like, here's his episode. He didn't even share it. That's crazy. But no, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you had fun. I want to say, so we're obviously pre-recording this, and I might not mention this in any of the other pre-recorded ones, but I know I mentioned it in the one that I recorded yesterday. Don't know if this will be the first episode, but Relax was the first person that I had planned to interview since coming to the idea of having the podcast. Because I was just really excited to he's not into the podcast realm, and I just thought it would be cool to get to learn my friend, and you guys get to hear about a streamer from a kind of different point of view. You know what I mean?
Well, if this means anything, this is the first podcast I've ever been on. So
Nice. Sorry.
oh, wait, my bad. I did one in Madden.
Don't.
Oh, I've already ruined it. You can edit it out. I did one.
The genuine excitement is gone now.
But okay, that was back in like 2014 though, okay?
Yeah. But I'm really, really excited. I hope you guys check out his channel. Basically everything that I learned, including coming in second in a tournament, I learned from him. So so I hope you guys at least like him to a degree of how much I like him and his content in general, and give support to the homie for the one time. Yeah. Thank you so much. Live like legends. Have a great day.